Y'all, y'all, y'all ready for this? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Welcome to High FriXion Max TraXion, episode 14. I'm just checking my notes. It is. Geez, we've done 14 of these things, Aaron. I can't believe it. Anyway, welcome to the podcast there, Aaron. Got a bit of a bonanza coming up. We got some pre-recording today. We've got a bit high-tech and actually gone out to a race directors and race management team of Glowworm. So we will chat about that later in the show as we drop in and talk to Rob and Tony from that. But I suppose it's we've been unfortunately you guys are in lockdown down there, which is a bit of a bugger. Even though you are regional Victoria, you're still you're still locked away there in the man cave. But up here in the rest of Australia, we've been doing as per normal, scanning QR codes, making sure your hands are nice and washed, make sure you sneeze, into your elbow, and wear a face mask on public transport. But more importantly, what's been happening in the world? We got some stuff lined up, haven't we?
Yeah, I know. Well, it feels like we've got back on top of things after UTA, and now there's the run of our next event. So yeah, Glowworm in a few weeks' time, June 19th and 20th, out at noon. So it was good to chat to Tony and Rob, the race directors for that previously. And then
pack your winter woolies, they tell us. So make sure
yeah,
you got that.
definitely. I'll
We'll
be packing some extra.
Find out more in the chat.
Well, it is. As I look out my window here, it's we've got snow and rain and everything happening here. So at least I'll be more acclimatized than I was at UTA. And then we follow up after that. We head north, which is always good, to Brisbane Trail Ultra. So we're all locked in there. We've got most of the Las Pativa team there as well. Yourself and me up there to enjoy what we hope is some warm winter Queensland sunshine. It's all very excited. So if they let me out of Victoria and everything stays as it is, we'll be there. And then we I guess we're already now after BTU, we're heading down to Anglesea on the Surf Coast to a training day and shoe demo with the Surf Coast Century team, which is really good. We missed the event last year. We weren't able to be there, but we also missed being at those training days and just getting to know athletes and runners. Really looking forward to that. So joining me will be Matt Crean and Alice McNamara, who are both Las Pativa athletes, but also Bogong equipment athletes. So they'll be there. Matt's podiumed there a few times, and he'll be able to answer. And Alice does the traditional relay, runs the Las Pativa leg each year, and she can they'll both be there to for runners to ask questions and how they do it and what shoes they recommend and those sorts of things.
That's cool. And Sam and his Rapid Ascent crew do a fantastic job down there. I really like that event, and they get a lot of people out to the training days, and it's cool.
Yeah, and it's so that's the leg 3 training day. Run the Las Pativa leg 25 Ks, and then break for lunch and an info session in the afternoon with some other guest presenters as well. So, and it's free, so people can register via the Rapid Ascent Facebook page. Let them know that you're coming, and it'll be a great day on the trails. We'll have some Las Pativa goodies and stuff there, and obviously our demo shoe fleet and some samples and mandatory kit and stuff, and some discount vouchers from Bogong Equipment as well, who are an event sponsor.
Choice. It's endless.
Yeah,
No, it's cool. So it's been obviously a bit of a bonanza with running. Obviously, with the restrictions of last year, none of the events could go ahead. Well, obviously towards the back end we had Surf Coast, didn't we, and BTU, but they were definitely a little bit smaller. Ultra Trail Australia, obviously that went off, and that was fantastic to see everyone running around the bush and glowworm and stuff like that. But there's also another aspect of Las Pativa is the rock climbing folk that we work with, and the Blue Mountains crew have all been back at it, so to speak. A little bit of injuries there from some of the crew. I know Doug he was a bit cactus there with a finger injury, but he's been back on the pebble wrestling. So I've heard he's lining up a few hard blocks. So watch this space for that. I know. Zach, obviously in true Zach Patrice form, has been out there wrestling granite offwits somewhere in the back of the mountains. I'm sure we'll see some of that appear on his Instagram channel. But I suppose on the top end, we've got the Cossies, both Lee and Ben. They've been sort of trying to push the envelope a little bit, and Ben's like lining up a 35 there at Alpenstein, apparently looking very good. Also, Lee coming in with what's it? Oh, they told me the name. Super duper hypercat. Apparently, he's got skin issues, but he should know this one quite soon, and that's going to be up in the upper echelon of the hard climbing. So it was good. Obviously, we had Lee on the potty before, and he was talking about hard climbing. I suppose the hats off. We'll go to Andrea for nailing a really hard 31. Let's call it 32. At Alpenstein, which is something like a 30-meter, 80-move ultra resistance route, and I think it's got a little bit of a sting in the tail. And I was talking to the crew there, and she fell off a couple of times, but nailed it, and that's her hardest tick since having Max. So hats off to her. I mean, that's a good achievement, even without having a child. Geez, that's fantastic there. And then I know one of the young'uns, old Bodie Miller, is trying to tick one of his dad's old classics in Grey area down there at Diamond Falls. And from all reports, he's getting pretty close. He's being fueled there by the local honey that his old man is producing in the back garden, Thor honey, as we like to call it. But yeah, hopefully we wish Bodie all the best and sealing the deal with that one. I know he had a bit of a toe injury that was causing a bit of grief for a while. So yeah, no, he's looking pretty strong. So no, all from the climbing department. It's all guns blazing, and obviously conditions are on song. So for definitely cool in the mountains, but South Coast, I know this is New South Wales in Nowra, it's all good to go. So yeah, no, hopefully we'll see a little bit of tickage going on this winter over here in the climbing department. Cool. All right, Aaron. Without further ado, we'll show you guys a little chat there with Tony and Rob from the Glowworm Tunnel trial event. Cool, excellent.
Thank you. Yeah, and see some of you at Glowworm Tunnel, and otherwise it's our other events and out and about. Let's hope we can get that, and even at the end of the year, getting climbing gym tours and things maybe happening again.
Oh yeah, we'll get that back home. But more importantly, don't forget to tell your friends to like, share, and subscribe the podcast so we can keep you up to date and informed with all of the La Sportiva happenings. Enjoy.
Awesome.
Excellent. Welcome to Rob from Summit Gear and Tony from Blue Mountains Fitness. These two local business tycoons of the Blue Mountains have joined forces to, let's say, revamp one of the classic trail events or trail festivals of the New South Wales calendar. And that's the GWT, which is the Glowworm Tunnel Marathon. So thanks, guys, for joining us on the podcast today. And I suppose today we're just going to jibber jabber and chat about what the festival is and I suppose your connection and why you took it on and things like that.
Sure.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. All right. So, well, Rob, we'll tell us about your story first, there, Rob, and I suppose you're the event manager of the event, and Tony is the sort of let's call him the race director of the events. And how did it come about? How did you put your heads together and think, oh, let's give this a crack?
Yeah, it's good. Like I ran the event in 2019 and loved it. I thought it was a great event. I loved the course. I loved the Glowworm Tunnel aspect of it. And we heard through the rumor mill that the event was the previous owners were looking to move the event on, and I had a chat with Tony. Just because Tony and I have kind of known each other. I mean, Tony's got his Blue Mountain Fitness, all his trail runners that do the boot camp. A lot of his customers come into Summit Gear. So we've known each other for a while. I had a bit of a chat to him about whether, we'd like to partner up and revamp this event and turn it into more of a trail running festival for the weekend. We saw a lot of opportunity to I guess, to improve, to create an awesome experience. And that was the start of it. And yeah, Tony seemed pretty keen, so he can tell us his side of the story.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I've done every marathon every year in the previous 8 years it's run. I climbed a lot in the Walgan Valley in the 90s, 2000s.
Rock climbing, is this the correct term? Right, excellent. Yeah, none of that hill climbing stuff that you got.
Proper rock climbing.
It's a beautiful spot for climbing, isn't it, out there, Tony? Like it's just out the back of the Bluey, so it's a little bit more remote, and some awesome classic crags out there. Yeah.
So as soon as the event was announced in 2012, it was right. Yeah, got to do that, and done every one up until 2019. So.
And last year was a bit of a glitch because of the worldwide pandemic that we know as the coronavirus. So cool.
I think what really attracted me, like when I did the event, I went out there and I camped for the weekend. And it was just nice to hang around with a whole lot of like-minded people, you know, that are into running outdoors and just enjoying running. And I just think that's certainly something we want to emphasise on this weekend.
Oh, cool. So it's a sort of escape from, I suppose you can just get out there and escape from reality. Someone tells me that data coverage and mobile phone coverage is pretty poor out there, so you can literally switch down for the weekend. And I suppose that's got its attractions with this modern society that we live in. We're always connected, and I mean, that has its benefits, surely. I know, Rob, you're always 24/7 on the phone.
Yeah, it's a great attraction if you're participating. It presents some challenges if you're trying to manage an event. But we've got a whole lot of people that have been working on those solutions. So we're going to have radio coverage out there, and we'll be able to do some extra things. But yes, people won't be able to use their phones generally very easily. A good part of the course, certainly at the event hub, there's no coverage. So yeah. Maybe bring some cash and bring some enthusiasm to switching off for a little while.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, go silent. It's always the way to go. Now, I suppose on the weekend you've got the events, and we'll go into that in a second as far as the running disciplines and stuff like. But you guys have created more of an event hub, haven't you? Like, so there's going to be bands, there's going to be food, there's going to be films, there's going to be beanbags to lounge in, and Rob, you're setting up Summit gear up there, and I know. Aaron, he's going to join you up there with a bit of with the La Sportiva demo fleet, and so you can get to try out stuff. And if you're feeling obliged to purchase a pair of shoes, you can do so as well. So that's sort of good. You're trying to take that atmosphere that we see at some of these other running events into the Glowworm, which is good.
It's going to be a great opportunity for people that want to come out and try out some new pairs of La Sportiva. Maybe they haven't tried them before. Give them a whirl out on the trails, and then I mean it's a great way to experience trying out shoes in the real environment. Sure.
Yeah, for sure. Cool.
Yeah, I haven't been in there. Like, what's from the event hub where you think we'll set up as to the trail? Is it's close? It's like super close, isn't it? You're straight onto the trail.
Well, you actually pass through it in the race a couple of times, and I think that's good because it gives us an opportunity for people to refuel and it's the event hub's right where the trails are, so it's a good location.
Yeah, I think that's just so good to be able to try trail shoes and go straight onto trail. So I think that's if you do a shoe demo or something at a shop, sometimes it's a bit further, or people just running up and down the street or something, you don't get that feel. So yeah, that'll be a really good opportunity for people.
So I suppose as race director there, Tony, you got a few challenges with no phone coverage, but 900 people, I think you guys were saying, have signed up for this event. Well, is that record numbers or?
Yeah, that's record numbers for this event. We've got about 500 maximum. That's sold out Saturday.
Excellent.
Sunday we've got about 100 entries left. So in the half marathon. So we've got a half marathon on both days because of the national park restrictions.
Right. Okay.
So we're capped to 500 a day. Yep. So there's 100 left in the Sunday half, and that'll be it then.
Joyce, big turnout. And now, is it going to be? Is it? Have you got? Is it waves? Is that how you're going to do it, or is it basically 500 poor souls lining up at the start line? Is that? And you're gonna,
day one, we've got the marathon running off at 8 a.m.
right.
And then it's pretty much a self-seeded half marathon start.
So elbows out. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah. The river crossing in the first 500 meters will sort out the serious competitors. They'll either try and walk.
I saw a video of someone on that river crossing recently.
Actually,
not pretty good on the crossing, not so good on the dismount.
Oops.
Well, so that's going to be a bit interesting. Is it going to be a 500-meter sprint to the water, basically, and then everyone's going to go into the red, and then hopefully they can hang on for the 42K left or something, whatever it is.
On the marathon, you actually go up a big hill after about 3K, so it's the opposite way. On the half marathon, there's 300 odd runners in that.
Yeah.
They'll be fighting for either the stepping stones or they'll be going straight across the water. And
oh, jeez, that's going to be interesting, isn't it?
So both the Saturday and Sunday half, both. That's the sort of the glowworm half of the marathon course, isn't it? The glowworm tunnel part.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
And they're separate races. It's you win Saturday, you're the Saturday half marathon champion, and then the Sunday. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we've had a few course difficulties really with the fires. The Glen Davis side got burned out, so we can't go there. So we've had to put a few extra little out and backs in amongst the original course.
Okay.
A couple of them are quite tough, so looking forward to seeing.
Oh, if you're saying that, Tony.
It's interesting. We had the discussion about when do we do it, because you go around through the Glowworm Tunnel. Do we do some hard out and backs early, before or afterwards? And it's interesting to see how Tony thinks.
I'm guessing you're putting him in the back half of the old race there, Tony, by the sounds of that. Keeping it real.
I was brought into line a bit, so
well, we've got Sam Burridge, one of our speedy runners, lining up in the half. So course record won't be happening this weekend.
No, the half doesn't have it because that's not where the.
Okay, yeah.
So the half is up for potential a challenge to throw down there. Oh, that's good. That sounds exciting. Yeah, nicely done. Now I know for people that haven't been there, the old tunnel. How long's the tunnel? And obviously there's these glowing bugs on the roof, isn't there? Is that what, can you see them when you go through there? Or?
Yeah.
Glowing bugs.
Right. Yeah.
I've never been there.
You have to come and do it, Matt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
The bugs survived the fire.
Oh, did they? Okay. Were they under a bit of threat during the fires, or?
Yeah, they're still there.
Okay.
I think the closures helped them sort of relive.
All right. Okay.
So yeah, they're still there.
Oh, cool.
About what? The tunnel's about 400 meters, Tony. Yeah.
Okay.
And
you have to. We were discussing this before with Matt and I, because neither of us have been there. Is it the race regulations that you just walk through there? Like you have your headlamp on, but you just walk through the tunnel section. Everyone does that, and then it's race on again. Yeah,
that's it. So you just have a quick moment, regather yourself, have a nice walk through the tunnel, and then smash yourself again.
Yeah,
it's like Western states with river crossings, or Tarawera with the boat crossing. Glowworm. That's just everyone does it, so it's fair, and it's a pretty cool experience.
Gives people a chance to reflect on how they're going.
How hard they've gone out.
It's quite a rocky little tunnel too. That it's not really groomed inside there.
Okay. Yeah. Is that one of the reasons that basically they make you walk through there? Is that?
No, it's just for the glowworms, so they
don't freak out. Oh, good on them.
Well, in my research for it, because I kind of knew of the event, but it was a couple of La Sportiva athletes, Tom Brazier and Jill Fowler, won the marathon in, I wrote it down, 2014. And Jill had dropped her headlamp before the tunnel, so she had to sort of go through just under the light of the glowworms, I presume, which is not much. But yeah, I think she must have had a pretty handy lead because there's only so fast you can walk anyway, so she wouldn't have lost much time. But definitely remember your headlamp. Don't let it fall out of your pack.
Yeah. So I gather it's pitch black in the cave. Is it?
It's pretty dark. Like it's not a straight tunnel, so you can't see straight through it, right? So it goes around a corner, and it gets dark very quickly.
All right. Now, is it a natural tunnel or is it an old quarry tunnel or is it?
It was built for the railway.
Right.
They traded out the shale oil.
Okay. Right.
Mining village there, yeah. So Nunes used to be an old 1900s mining village. Yeah, it's an amazing place. There's the 6K
ruins everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually run through the ruins as part of the trail, right? So you'll end up through the coking ovens and all those sort of things, and look at the old mining area.
Oh, lovely bit of history on the way out. Yeah. So the Blue Mountains did have a lot of mining back in the day, didn't it? Like there's obviously down the bottom of Scenic World, all the scenic railway thing. That's all old mining, and it's all shale. Is that what the guys were pulling out of these areas? Okay. Cool. So how did the bugs get into the tunnel then? Were they?
They're glowworms, and
they weren't naturally there. Obviously, the glowworms. How do they get in there?
No, they like that type of worm likes dark places to do whatever those worms do. I think.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they wouldn't have been there before the mines.
Well, they're probably in a little dark cave just right next by, and then decided to venture out into that one.
And they made
much bigger.
Baby worms and rightio. That's interesting. Okay, cool. And that area is famous for the glowworms, though, isn't it? Like, I mean, there's obviously the parks and wildlife get a lot of people up there, and they can check it all out. No. I was trying to ask the Leyland brothers for the old people in the audience that are listening would understand Leyland brothers, but they didn't do a series on the glowworm tunnels. I thought they might have back in their highlights, but no.
We'll do one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Which one of you is Mal, and what was it? Mal and.
Oh, I can't remember.
I remember Mal.
Mal.
I always remember that was the joke, wasn't it? You know, here we are in the Mal, or we're in the mall, or whatever.
Mike and Mal, I think it was, and running around. Oh, it's a lovely show to show Australia. But yeah, cool. Now I suppose we will highlight. We'll go into the. So how many races are there? You spoke of there's the half marathon and the marathon, and then there's a couple other events, isn't there?
Okay, so on Saturday we've got the half marathon and the marathon, and the 6K.
6K. What's the 6K? That sounds very inviting.
Okay, so this is the history. There was some guy called Ted English, and apparently he got blind drunk one time and did a bolt around the ruins.
Oh, rightio. Okay, right.
So that's where the bolt comes from. So
all right. Would have been a bit of Nunes moonshine or something back in those days.
Yeah, people get to retrace his steps through the ruins and over a 6K race.
Okay, but we're not condoning the consumption of alcohol before the race, are we?
Well,
only after.
We'll see. We'll see what happens after the entertainment Saturday night. There might be a few people.
And this has been a regular that event, the 6K event, or is that new to the calendar? Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's been in. The new events basically are Rob did this in 2019. He ran the marathon and then the half marathon on a Sunday. So we've got the double.
Oh, we've got these grand slamming capers going on. Is that what it's all about? Who started that trend? Oh, have you got something on? Have you got something on Friday? You got something on Friday night as well for these guys and girls, or is that just Saturday?
You've seen the trend in America now. They ride to the ultra, do the ultra, and ride home. So if you're not doing that.
Get on the bikes. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so there's we got the Grand Slam, we got the Triple Crown, we've got the double. So the double is half marathon on the Saturday and the Sunday. So you can do a marathon over 2 days.
Yeah.
If you like to split it out.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And then we have Old Coach Mountain Mile as well. So that's
and
the
it was
hill
the
climb.
Mystery Mountain Dash, but they got burnt in the fires. So
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, right. That's the race I was thinking of. Okay, cool. So you just modified that to deal with the conditions.
So that's now a 1,600 meter straight up about 11% average fire trail, which is going to hurt.
Oh no, surely that's
Well, we had Mark Bourne coming up to do the half and that. I think half Saturday. He's a bit out of action at the moment. I'm hoping he still makes it. If he does pull out, I might chuck a late entry in if that's possible, because he'd be the man to beat. He does go all right up a hill.
Yeah. There's a couple of youngsters as well.
yeah.
I forgot about
It's definitely a winner takes all with the cash prize at the end of it. So yeah.
All right. Nice.
Oh, right. So who's your money on there, guys, for the mountain dash? Who's going to be winning that one, Tony?
We support everyone equally.
I don't know.
Naming names down there. It's Rothy's lad, isn't it? What's his name? I've forgotten his name. Rothy.
Jack.
Oh, my money's on him.
He wasn't far behind.
No, he wasn't on Davy Byrne. Yeah. Woo, there we go. So,
yeah, they were. It was like Mark in the UTA 951, and then it was all teenagers. Like it was, what a year! Like that batch coming through are pretty impressive. Girls and boys.
A lot of good young runners up here in the Blueies.
Yeah, they're all. I suppose you can. This is a good segue back to the first winner, wasn't it, Aaron? He was a local lad, a young lad of the day, wasn't he?
I did the research. Mick Donges he always pops up in. He's always a big supporter of new events too. I think he likes that sort of approach. So he won the first year with I think it was Tony Fattorini second. No. I'm just checking. Yeah, and then Brendan Davies third. Yeah. And we and Beth Cardelli and Shona on the podium with Angela Bader took the win the first year. So it's a bit of a blast from the past, really. Some of that the first couple of years, the names that came, new event. I think Ruby Muir came across from New Zealand the following year and took the win. And when she's on, she's phenomenal. You would remember that from Hounslow, maybe the first year, Tony Ruby. She surprised a lot of people with how quick she is that year. So it's really good. And now, like I said before, Tom and Jill taking the wins in 2014, and that's as far as I got my research. But I've been trying to get there since that year, so I'm excited to be there this year. But maybe just running and helping course marking and stuff, not racing.
Hopefully, when the fire repairs are done over Glen Davis, we'll get the original course back.
Okay.
And that's even gnarlier. That's awesome down there.
And is that next year? You think that's going to happen? The repairs are going to come in for next year?
Hopefully.
Oh, bring on 2022. That's what I say. But excellent stuff. Cool. And predominantly, it's obviously because it's in the Blue Mountains and it's mainly like New South Wales runners. I know obviously you're getting people from the Blue Mountains, and it's great. We touched on it there with all the young runners coming through, and it's fantastic to see that youth sort of coming into these events, which is fantastic. And predominantly mainly from Sydney, or we got people from Wagga, people from Victoria coming up as well.
Yeah. We got a lot of people. Like obviously, there's from all over Sydney. But there are. I think we have even a couple from Queensland coming down. There's people from the other side of the ranges, so out Bathurst and Orange way. It's they're coming from far and wide.
Yep, there's a few Victorians emailing us this week.
Don't let them in. No, not all that.
Melbourne or Victoria? Because there's Melbourne and then there's regional Victoria.
There's also quite a few from the ACT as well. So
Canberra's got a big trail following. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that obviously a lot of people are coming in, and it's probably a bit tricky for people from Perth and Adelaide to venture into it. But obviously, as the event grows, I'm sure we'll get more and more people like signing up to the event, because it's definitely one of the classics on the calendar, isn't it? And I was going to say we're proud to support it as well. It's great.
Yeah, no, we appreciate that, and it's such a beautiful area. It's just a great place to go hang out in. It's just it's really picturesque. It's got, as I said, all the ruins and the glowworm itself. There will be a glowworm for people to chase. I think the glowworm's going to be doing the 1K with the kids and stuff, and it's going to be hard to miss. There might be actually two, if they're Tony, two glowworms.
Yeah, there's two glowworms, and there's a dinosaur as well coming along. So the kids will have fun.
It looks a bit tricky to run in that glowworm outfit. I mean, is it padded just in case they fall over? Because I saw some.
It's actually awesome.
Don't ruin it for the kids, Matt. It's a real glowworm.
Oh, look. Okay, sorry.
I wore it at UTA supported, and I actually took my shirt off. It was so warm. It was awesome. So it's perfect for noons at -3 on race morning.
Excellent.
Yeah, that is a bit of the you talk when I talk to people about Glowworm Tunnel Marathon. The first thing, like I caught up with people recently. Blake Hose is like, such a good race, such a good course. Mick Donges, but the second thing they say is, it's cold. And Ewan was talking. Ewan Horsburgh was saying that he goes, there's cold, and then there's noon's cold. And but it seems like a bit of a badge of honour to. You camp, you stay warm, you bring plenty of clothes. You guys have got fire pits. But it's like mentally, I'm in Victoria. I live in the mountains, and I'm like mentally preparing for this noon's cold that I keep hearing about. So.
All right. Well, what do you recommend? Like a bit of the old, is it the Belgium arm warmers and leg warmers on? A bit of deep heat.
Arm warmers would be a good idea. We'll have some Glowworm Tunnel ones for people that haven't picked them up already. We'll have some of those at the event.
Don't forget the hoodies.
Got some nice hoodies.
Oh, nice.
There's a bit of merch going on there. Very good. At least you got your merch organised. That's good to see.
While we're just giving shameless plugs, if I bring my Las Pativa cup, will I be able to get
I've got my
barista coffee in the event village?
Yes, you will at the event hub. Yes. So we've got actually let's talk a little bit. So we've got the Warhurst guys. So they've got these hot dogs, really like German sort of proper good hearty type meals. Probably.
Do they do a vegan option?
Oh no, Aaron, go away.
No. Then we've got Misha from 8 Things, and he's got vegan options that he's bringing to the table. So we've got a good range of different types of food. We've got the coffee brew van, and so you're going to be able to get your lattes and your sausage rolls and all that sort of stuff as well. So good range of food for people, and we are going to try and have our POS payment facilities out there, but if you really want to be sure, just bring a bit of cash as well. We'll see how that all goes, because we're going to have to rely on satellites if we're going to pull it off. So we'll see how we go.
Yeah, and that really is like a big point of difference with this event, I guess, is there's that trail festival and that camping and being there, because we've all just been at UTA. We're talking about that, last month. But it is like at the actual expo, it's great, and at the start finish line. But but then people go back to their hotels. They go. So you often don't catch up with people. Whereas I imagine if a couple of days camping in at noons, if you haven't caught up to someone, you spend it. Yeah, you're doing something wrong. So I'm really looking forward to that part.
So we've also on the Saturday night, we've got Jack's Avenue coming to play. It's a live local, a Sydney band. And we've got the outdoor cinema, which is being provided by one of a local film person, Craig Binks. So he's loaning us his van and projector, and we're gonna have some short films playing as well, some local content and some other things as well.
Bit of psych for the weekend. That's great to see. Excellent stuff.
And don't forget, we've got an actual bar as well.
So you can, if you have a good run, you can celebrate. But if you have a poor run, you can commiserate.
Celebrate.
Is that what you're saying? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Toast Ted English and.
Yeah, no, you got to drink responsibly though. That's the only thing. No, no going crazy.
Doing the Grand Slam, and you've got 2 races the next day.
True.
Oh, so the Grand Slam includes the mountain dash as well.
Yeah, it's all 4. So it's got the marathon
yeah.
and 6K on Saturday, and then the half marathon and the mountain mile on Sunday.
And how's it work? Is it just time aggregate? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Yeah, and do you award like a leader's jersey after each event or each
we
stage?
might have freestyle or something for the winner on the day, maybe.
Oh, okay. Oh, that'd be good. That'd be forced to wear some sort of like glowwormy type sort of t-shirt on each stage they're running, so you can hunt them down if you're in the. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. I know.
Good idea.
Now,
That is a good idea. We should have the glowworm hat. You know, the leader wears the hat, and then people have to hunt them down.
Yeah, I reckon that's the way to go. At least you can get out there and hunt them down. I suppose at the pointy end, everyone knows who's who and what's what, don't they?
Who's got the green hat?
Yeah. Well, you can call it the what's it?
It's sort of like the yellow jersey, but it's a green hat. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll work out a name for it. Yeah, there you go. Excellent, cool. All right, so
you need a French name for it, Matt.
Oh, well, it depends. Italian. We're representing an Italian.
Or a Walgan name for it.
Yeah. Some local. Now, obviously, it's a national park, so we have to be responsible in the national park. Is that correct, or do you go into like Crown land and things like that? Is there any? Obviously, it's a pick up your rubbish. Make sure.
Pretty much all national park.
National park, yep.
Apart from the event hub, which is why we can have a bit of alcohol there. So.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the event hub's council land,
okay.
And then everything else is national park. So we've really got to be careful there with picking up rubbish.
Picking up rubbish, yep. And I think everyone's very responsible in the trail community. But I suppose there's that education still for people that are coming over from the road. They're still like, think they're still on the road and they can toss their gel wrappers and things like that. But that's good to see. And is it a no cup race? Is that you're encouraging people to carry cups?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's definitely obviously going to be a COVID safe event.
Yep.
Where we might have to have a manual way of actually checking people in because of the lack of coverage, but we've got that covered. But yeah, there's protocols around filling up. So bring your flasks, and we'll make sure we get you taken care of.
Yeah, cool. And again, for runners, obviously, you guys are on it, and you can the websites and stuff. They can ask you questions about, like, will there be certain things on the course and things like this, and how it's going to be.
So we've just completed the athlete's guide that should have been sent out. It's on the website as well. So it's about a 23-page document that pretty much covers everything that's happening over the weekend. So it's pretty comprehensive, so people can download the athlete's guide and get a good idea of exactly what's going to be out there and how we're going to do things.
All right, cool. And that's all. That's all on the Glowworm Tunnel website, which we can put the link
under more information.
More information. Okay, cool. Excellent stuff there. Cool.
So the on-course fuel is Tailwind.
Right.
So that'll be packaged by Tailwind.
Oh, lovely.
By Tailwind, and then we'll use jugs, and so people need their own.
Oh, so you're pouring. Yep. Okay, rightio. So there'll be one person doing that, and
that's right.
And that's hydration and fuel on course there, Tony. Is that what you're getting around?
Just Tailwind, yeah. We'll have lollies and chips, but basically because you go through the event hub on the marathon twice, you can use your own.
Pick up. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Understand that. Yeah. Now, and pre-race, is Tailwind providing a great recovery beverage for the runners, or is that beer only?
Post-race, there will be a Tailwind recovery tent.
Lovely.
As well, yeah. We'll have the massage. Carolyn Knights from her massage. Same people that did UTA.
Oh, good.
They'll be there doing the massage.
Lovely. So if you do crack out there and come up second best, you guys have got you covered at the finish at the Expo Hub, basically. Is that what you're saying?
For sure. Yeah, we've got Lucas Trihey and his event services guys doing the safety and medical.
All right. Yep. No, and for I mean most people would probably know Lucas that have been in the he's definitely involved a lot in a lot of.
Well, it's part of what we're trying to do is make it a local Blue Mountains event. We had offers from other people, but we want to employ people that are local and part of the community. I mean, that's where Tony and I operate. So that a lot of people that work for Lucas work for me as well. So it feels like we're all supporting each other. So I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, good synergy of local businesses. Hey, and hats off to you guys as well. Like, I mean, it's obviously been a bit tough for the last 12 months there. We didn't know actually what the heck was going on.
It was a gamble. It was definitely a gamble with this COVID situation. Like, it's a bit of a roll of the dice and see how you go. But fingers crossed, we're getting close to things obviously under control in New South Wales right now, and should be good for the weekend.
Yeah, cool. And
yeah, well, I know we were locked in for events for 2021, but once we heard you guys had taken this on, and you know, we've loved the event in the past, we were excited, and you know, we made an exception to get add you guys to the La Sportiva events for 2021, and yeah, looking forward to finally.
I mean,
getting there.
The good thing is La Sportiva is such a well-respected shoe up here in the Blue Mountains. Like, they're a great shoe. They work really well. They're a lot of people use them, and yeah, it's great to have a brand like La Sportiva supporting us for sure.
Oh no, thanks, Rob. No, I mean, obviously there's a lot of heritage from rock climbing up there in the Blueies with all the climbers, and now into the trail scene. And obviously we've been supporting a bunch of races up there in the Blueies, and it's great to have you guys on board.
We did offer. We said to some of the climbers, "Oh, you're welcome to join us, you know, in Nunes and run some trials." They're like, "Conditions, man. It's the condition season." Like, what are you talking about, Aaron? Go away.
Yeah, conditions are too good, Aaron, down the south coast, namely.
Yeah, like, you know,
but yeah. So,
that'd be good. And you guys are there next week. I think I'm going to come up a day or two early because well, I'm certain, even after chatting, I'm keen. If I I think I might try to do, you know, the two halves each day or something, so that I can say that I've at least run the course. Definitely going to get through the Glowworm Tunnel, and the other loop sounds the first loop of the marathon sounds awesome too.
Yeah, so I don't know, I'll probably bump in around the Tuesday, give us plenty of time to get set up. We expect, you know, people to start really arriving on the mainly Friday, I would say, or people will be coming in just for the event on Saturday and Sunday. I'm sure some people will be arriving a bit early on Thursday. So yeah, it'll slowly build over that period of time, but we want plenty of time to have it set up so we're not stressed.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So the event kicks off Friday night, is that right, Rob? And Tony?
So there's a registration on Friday. We have a period of registration if you want to come and complete the registration on Friday evening. But the actual the first race is Saturday morning, 8 o'clock. Tony?
Oh, that's
8 o'clock.
That's almost the normal time, isn't it? That's good to see. Yeah.
It takes a while for the sun to get down in the Walgam Valley, so it probably feels, it probably doesn't feel like 8 o'clock. And then as we said, so we got the marathon heading off first, and the half. We've got the 6K later on in the day, and then on the Sunday we've got the half, and then the mountain mile.
Oh, cool.
And the kids race.
The kids race, yeah.
Yeah, chasing the glowworms around the place.
Yeah, that's it.
Is there an age limit on that? 1K. I've probably got 1K in me.
Yeah, 1K. Everyone's a winner in the kids race.
Yeah.
That's it. I need about 15Ks to warm up these days. So, no, it'll be good. Well, really looking forward to it.
I'm trying to work out whether I can somehow sneak and do the and squeeze in the half marathon on the Sunday, but we'll just have to see how things are going.
Event organizer can just handle everything to the event director.
The race director.
That's why I'm doing it this week. That's why I want to do the marathon this week. So
just do that. Issue Tony.
No, Tony's down there in the video.
I was for Rob.
But yeah. And so obviously you got 900 competitors. Who are the favourites? Who you reckon are the big ones?
I know Andrew Lee just signed up. Recently.
Oh, hello, Mr. Lee's come back. That's good.
Yeah, there was Paul Manning rang me last night. He's hurt his hip, so he's in Brendan's up coaching squad. So maybe Brendan will take on the challenge.
There you go. All right. I was pretty impressed. I think now I've gone blank on his name. Morgan Lindquist.
Yep.
That's a pretty sharp time last year, like 3:13 on a
I haven't seen Morgan's name in the entry list, but he was fast in 2019.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I was, originally planning to do the marathon. You sort of think, oh, look at the winning time, and I was like, ooh, that's quick. Like, So, I think that back half, if you're feeling good and you can run well on the fire trail, it's it's a good thing. And reading a few race reports, it always seems to produce good racing. So the point is, that's exciting. And
it was a fast time in 2019 because the race was a little bit shorter.
Okay.
So that's why we've added these extra little bonus Ks.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, it's pretty good. I think, like you said at the start, that you've run all 8 editions. Like, I think that's always good for a race director to be able to say, yeah, I've run this and I've raced it and I know the course, because you know the spots and you know what to deal with and stuff. That's really cool. So having run 8 of them, like normally if you've done 1 or something, that's enough. But 8, you're certainly know the course and know that area.
We'll be pretty strict on the mandatory gear because of the cold and conditions and remoteness. Starlight Canyon's 3Ks up a big hill with no vehicle access, so we'll definitely have random gear checks.
Excellent, yeah, and obviously we all know about that poor event that happened in China just recently. So mandatory gear is definitely something that should not be, cut short, and everything should be taken that you guys require. What is it? Is it thermals and waterproofs? Is that thermals on the day? Is it a little bit?
Yeah,
proper rainwear. Sorry, Tony. Yeah.
We've got 2 options. So there's a mild day and a heavy day. So the heavy day will have the thermals, raincoat, gloves, beanie, all that sort of stuff. But really, because we're coming through the event hub, and we're not going to Glen Davis, it's not a heavy normal gear.
Oh, okay, right. You're not quite as remote as normal.
Yeah, it's not like the long thermal pants or anything. We don't need any of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, but obviously, if it's important that everyone takes everything, because it sounds like it's bitterly cold up there, and you guys can make a change on the day if you require.
Make sure you got your space blankets and your bandages and the torch to go through the Glowworm Tunnel. So there's
and it's all in working condition as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. Obviously, I mean, for people that follow all the cycling that's out there, I mean, they would have seen the races in Italy and how cold, obviously, those mountain passes. I'm not predicting snow in the Glowworm Tunnel, but I tell you what, you could just see how much the right equipment and just helped those people. And it's similar to, I mean, we saw it a few weeks ago at UTA. The cold came in, and
I know. Started snowing on me.
And even Rob out there, like obviously
that was brutal
on us in your
we were in your
street,
house,
Rob. We were
snowing.
We thought we were going to lie in the sun and watch runners come through, and we were.
I know.
So,
we had wind and we had sleet and we had lots of cold weather, and the arm warmer stayed on all day. That's for sure.
Yeah. I think that's a good thing to tell everyone, is to make sure they prepare and wear the right stuff, when you go out. Be smart about what you're wearing and be sensible about it, And
if you need any gear, pop into Summit Gear in Katoomba Street, Katoomba.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. I'm really looking forward to being there in a couple of weeks' time, and I'm looking forward to experiencing Glowworm Tunnel weekend, especially the festival, and being able to kick back. Saturday night, listen to a band. Don't do that too much these days in my little town in the mountains. So it'll feel very, very awesome. So
we'll have some fire pits. We'll have firewood. So we'll try and make it as pleasant as possible.
Yeah, cool. Excellent. Great. Well, all the best there, guys. Thanks for joining us on the podcast. And I might be able to get up for a day and check it all out, see how we go. Just I've got this thing called work that gets in the way at this time of year. It's pretty cool.
If you come up there, Matt, you just won't even think about work, because you won't be getting notifications all the time telling you that people are expecting things of you.
Yeah, no, that might be a good thing, actually. Yeah, cool. I'll be up there Saturday. Yeah, cool. All right. all the best running the event, and also for people that are listening to the podcast or viewing us, definitely good luck out there on the weekend. It sounds like it's going to be an awesome event.
Nah, thanks for your support, guys, and we really appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you guys on the weekend of the 19th and 20th.
Cool.
Yeah, and thanks
Excellent.
for joining us today.
All right.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Yeah, bye.